Barnes and Leslie. We are the Morning X. The ticket window coming up here in just a few. That will be all this week. Blues Traveler for their 30th anniversary. Also, Kevin Griffin from Better Than Ezra will be on the show today, just after 8. And we mentioned about Matthew Sweet's situation with the stroke he had a few weeks ago. Just after 9 today, we'll talk to Russell Carter, his manager, and also Adrian Carter, that's Russell's son, who plays guitar with Matthew Sweet on the road and was sitting right next to him when it happened. So it'll be interesting to hear what did happen, and also how's he doing and how can we help.
It sounds very serious, and it sounds like there's a very long road to recovery, and hopefully he will fully recover.
Yep, we'll talk to them today just after 9. Right now, Celebrity Sleaze presented by McDonald's. Best part about working at McDonald's is the people.
Now, you got to know back in the day with the Brat Pack that they had to have been hooking up, right, Barnes?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, well, Rob Lowe was on with Kelly Ripa's Let's Talk Off Camera podcast, and she asked him about his relationship with Demi Moore.
Did you have a crush on her? Did you guys ever date? Did you all date each other? Was it like just was it a big romp?
Big sex orgy on the set of St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah.
I mean, Demi and I briefly, I'm not telling tales out of school. We had briefly had a thing, and then Emilio and Demi, I think, were engaged. Look, anytime you put young 20-something men and women together, hookups are inevitable. And I don't think that has changed.
And there you have it. Ooh, we got somebody dishing some dirt, Barnes. This is a Hollywood hairstylist, Emanuel Miller. He's talking about everybody, right? Well, here he's telling the story of having to clear a green room because Jennifer Lopez was coming in, and then he returned for something that he forgot, and he ran into J-Lo. Let's hear what he had to say.
All of a sudden, we were told the next guest is on her way. It's Jennifer Lopez. You guys need to clear the room. Everybody needs. And suddenly there was an instant panic. So when we all went to the elevator, I realized, I forgot my overcoat. So I went back into the room to get my overcoat that was hanging over a chair. And when I turned around, Jennifer walked into the room. She looked at me. So I said, "Hello, Jennifer." I said, "We work together on Monster-in-Law." Jennifer just looked at me, just gave me a blank stare, and then looked away to her bodyguards as if, "You were told to get this trash and clear the room. Why isn't this room cleared?" It confirmed everything of you can't even find words to say hello or yes, I remember, or again, how are you? She just gave a look as if, I need this room cleared. That's what you were told to do your job.
Why would you come out as a hairstylist who wants to still work, I'm assuming, in Hollywood and start doing this?
I don't know. That's a very good point. It's almost like Jennifer looked through him. But here's another clip of him talking about Blake Lively and Anne Hathaway.
It's hard to talk about working with Blake without mentioning I did a film with Anne Hathaway, and that was one of my worst experiences. Anne never acknowledged me as a person. For 4.5 months, she treated me like a servant. During that time, while we were in Los Angeles, my daughter was her stand-in, and I was doing her hair personally, just one-on-one. I was just doing her hair. She never said, "Your daughter, do you have other children, or how long have you been married?" There was never any personal conversation, which Kate Blanchett and I, we knew each other's family. She knew my children. Johnny Depp was that way, Tom Hanks. But Anne Hathaway never did that. Well, Blake Lively, I got the feeling when I first met her, I thought, oh no, is this another Anne Hathaway situation? Because the way she was dismissive from the get-go.
Wow. Yeah, what's next for this guy? I don't know.
I mean, why? Is this just to make his little channel so we can talk? You're going to run out eventually.
Yeah, interesting. Jellyroll was in Atlanta over the weekend for a big concert, but did you hear about the private concert he did for Appalachian High School, Barnes?
Yes, so nice. That guy is just too nice.
Yeah, this was at Winder's Jug Tavern on Saturday. The city of Winder said the concert was to foster healing and unity for the students, faculties, and family of Appalachian High School, coming together, obviously, to reflect and support one another after the tragedy that happened in September. He's such a good guy. I actually have another story about him. This is like last week. He was in Little Rock doing a concert, right? And after the show, he appeared in a very giving mood. He asked fans to go to Gus's Fried Chicken in Little Rock, not only wanting to visit the restaurant, but offered to pick up the tab. And when the fans were done eating, he didn't just pay the bill, he left a massive tip.
In case you missed the memo, here's the short version. When I first started coming to Little Rock, Arkansas, I played a place called Sticky's Chicken Shack. It had 200 people. I sold it out. I was so proud. The next time I came, I played a place called the Rev Room, right here behind me. Right next to it's a place called Gus's Chicken. We ate Gus's Chicken every time we played the Rev Room. I played that place 10 times. If you come to Gus's Chicken in Little Rock, Arkansas today, the food is on me, baby. Come get you a meal. This one's on me to honor our sold-out show at Simmons Bank Arena. To all y'all artists playing Stickies and playing the Rev Room, and y'all play, dude, I played Stickies 10 times. I played the Rev Room 20 times. Keep playing, baby. Keep playing, baby.
What?
I don't think I've ever seen an artist give back more and be more on it than him.
Now, the tab was $11,000, okay? How much do you think the tip was? Barnes, I'm not sure. I don't think you've ever left this much of a tip, Barnes.
20 grand?
$7,500.
Okay, $7,500.
I mean, that's a huge tip, right?
Why didn't you just go ahead and round up and leave a 20 spot?
That's true.
11 and then 7,500. It would have made the story so. No, but the guy, I don't know how he has enough
wants to
time.
give back. I mean, he's giving back.
But how is there enough time in the day for him to do all that he's doing?
Yeah, I know. Especially like this past weekend. That was amazing.
It's pretty impressive. He's got his eye on everything and he lets nothing slip by.
I needed to bring this up because you mentioned this last week. Jamie Foxx allegedly claimed during his comedy show taping that he called the FBI on Diddy. He's taping the Netflix special. What Had Happened Was, that's the name of the special. And apparently he made this weird claim that Diddy was responsible for his hospitalization in 2023. It remains unclear whether the comments were made as a joke, but another director was there and said, hey, I was there for the taping, and he said this, and he was serious. And Diddy was responsible for what happened to him. He is the one that called the FBI on Diddy.
How could you even joke about that? You know what I mean? Like, if that's not for real, and a big special that all eyes will be on?
I'm thinking it's true.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you joke about such a thing? That is so interesting.
Finally, in an interview with Tom Power, journalist Keith Morrison talking about the ketamine addiction that killed his stepson, Matthew Perry. Now, in this clip, he talks about how Perry said doctors' supervised treatments will help his depression without becoming addictive.
When he started getting ketamine treatments from a doctor, he told us repeatedly about how effective it was to make him, would wipe any depression away. He'd feel good. He didn't feel the need for drugs when he had a ketamine treatment, like for some opioid or something. And his mother was very suspicious of this. She didn't think ketamine was a good idea. But he kept saying, it's not addictive. That's the great thing about this drug. It's revolutionary. It's going to eradicate depression. His addictive personality was so strong that he when the treatment stopped, he couldn't. And the typical behavior was, let's ramp up the amount of drug I take to the most a person can stand. Because that was the pattern again and again.
Which proves it was addictive. It's so sad. That is your Celebrity Sleaze.
This is the original. It is 99X.